All right, our next speaker is another extraordinary global sacred activist, I think would be a good way to describe it, coming from an amazing family that has dedicated their lives to facilitating and advancing peace on earth. Yuka Saionji is deputy chairperson of the Bayako Shinko Kai, spiritual organization dedicated to world peace and raising the consciousness of humanity that originated in Japan over 50 years ago. It was founded by Yuka's grandfather, Masahisa Goi, who advocated the universal peace prayer, may peace prevail on earth. So many of us have got these peace poles, as you'll see behind me, and 200,000 of them around the world, who advocated the universal peace prayer, may peace prevail on earth. Bayako teaches the divinity of all humanity and hosts interfaith events such as the Symphony of Peace Prayers, where leaders from different religions are invited to lead in their peace prayers, with more than 10,000 people pray together in harmony with each and every prayer. That's at Mount Fuji in Japan. Yuka also works with the sister organization of Bayako, the Goi Peace Foundation, which has done amazing work all around the world with youth and projects for peace. She's also involved in the World Spirit Youth Council, which is a movement to activate spirituality among young people from many countries. Yuka-san, it's wonderful to have you with us. Welcome to the symposium.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. It has been my grandfather and my mother who has been doing all the work, but I'm just really honored to be here among such wonderful people, amazing people that I deeply respect, and also to know that there are 200, 300 people joining us and are together for this sacred mission. I think this will come up a lot of times, but for me, or for us as Byako Shinkoka, I think the humanity's sacred mission is really to know truly who we are. And I think the history and our common knowledge, or our society has been giving us so much information that we really lost the truth of who we are, that we are set to start in a totally wrong starting point. We're just a physical body or a being, or someone that can't do anything or whatever, but we have this starting point, and we also set a wrong goal to what our life is or what we are. And so we say we want a wealthy life, or a rich, successful, famous, whatever. And so from route A to route B, if we have the wrong starting point and the wrong goal, whatever route we may take, in the end, it's meaningless and we feel kind of empty. But the whole reason of that is that we forgot who we truly are, and we're not on the right starting point, and we're not aiming for I don't want to say right, but the true goal of who we are and why we are here on earth. My grandfather, Masahisa Goi, always uses the example of the sun and the ray of the sun. And I really love his metaphor. He always uses, I'm going to use the word God, but I hope that doesn't cause, for me, when I use the term God, it's about the source or the life force or the divinity. But I just use the word God because that's how we always expressed it. So my grandfather always used the sun and the ray of the light as the connection between God and human beings. There's the sun, the beautiful sun, and then there's the ray of the light that's coming from the sun. And I think each one of the rays are the humanity. And is the ray of the light the sun itself? No, but it's definitely the expression of the sun, and it comes from the sun. And when we go back to our origin, we'll greet the sun, we'll be one with the sun. The same thing as human beings, we are the expression of God, and we are one with God, and we are our goal in life is to go back to our origin and through our journey to express who we truly are, which is that we are one with the source, with that beautiful source. And my grandfather always says, the more closer the ray of the light comes to the earth, the more invisible and less seen it becomes, but it's there. And I think humanity has lost that connection. And we believe that it's so important to go back to that truth of who we are as humanity. And I'm just going to share a screen so that I can share with you my grandfather's words in his own words. I'm sorry. This is him and his words. Humanity has physical body, but we are not actually that. There is light that is flowing through pure conscious, that is light. And that you must not think you are the body. Please let go of the concept that we are our physical body. And to deny that we are one with God, to say that we are separated from God, is denying your truth. Then we are in darkness because we deny our light. We think God is somewhere outside. It's not outside. Nothing is outside. We are the expression of God. We are the spirit from God. And so this is my grandfather, and this is the words of prayer that he uses. And this is the way we always pray. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in our homes and countries. May our missions be accomplished. We thank you, guardian deities and guardian spirits. And when he talked about our mission, like Mr. Atkins was saying, we also have our own personal mission and humanity's mission. So each individual have our own life mission, but the whole bigger, greater human's mission is to show up as who we truly are, which is the God of the love of God, the light, the consciousness of where we come from, and to express that as truly who we are. That's the way he says the mission. So may our missions be accomplished. May our love and our conscious and the oneness of the source may be expressed and shown and revealed throughout our life. And he always says the guardian deities and guardian spirits, we can call it angels or anything, but knowing that this physical body is not the whole thing, and that there are many worlds beyond our physical third dimensions. And to be connected to that allows us and open up to realize the true existence of who we are. And then there's my mother, Masami Saionji, who took on over my grandfather. And she came up with this word, ware soku kaminari. And this was 30 years ago. And the first Chinese character, ware, is I. Soku is instantly. Kami is God. And nari is am. So we kept saying to ourselves and each other that I am instantly God. And then a few years later, she also brought up this word of Jindui, which is humanity, instantly is God. And it's one thing to just understand this by knowledge or as like words. But what was amazing about my mother is you can't just learn it, you really have to embody it. So she came up with this mission called the Shinjin program, which is the Divine Being program. What she made us do, and this was 30 years ago, first of all, she made us buy a counter like this, go out to a public where there are many people, look at people who cross in front of you. And every time you see a person, you count, saying, she is a divine being. He is a divine being, this girl, this child. And we click on for 70,000 times until it really, truly becomes our true knowingness. Or she also made us do this mandala project, which is a 2-meter lines of 105 concentric circle. So when you look closely, it's written about that I am a divine being and that humanity is a divine being. And we also use the mudra, which is the way we express that. In Japan, there's a word called kotodama and katadama. Kotodama is the first word is words, and dhamma is the spirit. So that it means that words carry spirit and that therefore the words have power. But we also have this word called katadama. Not many people know about this word, but this kata is form or movement, is also has spirit. So we also have a mudra that expresses that we are all divine and that humanity is divine. And we use our whole body and our breathing to be one with that teaching and understanding. So it's really a long process to unlearn what we've learned about who we are and just rewiring ourselves to really, from our body and our minds and our spirits, that we are a divine spark. And so the call of action for me is to say, try the Shinjin program if you'd like, because it really changes you. It's one thing to learn that we are a divine being, and it's another to have a counter and count and look at a person and say, she's a divine being. Everyone is a divine being. And then there's the divine in spark in mudra, which is the most recent mudra that came out 7 years ago, expressing the movement that we are all a divine being. And lastly, to visit the Fuji Declaration, which has been born through Mr. Laszlo and my parents, to say that to ignite the divine spark in all beings, and to look at the world and say, what would the media look like if we understood that we are all a divine spark? What would education look like? What would medicine look like? And we all help each other as a community to pursue that vision and truth. So that's my sharing for today. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. And I hope we can all walk the true journey as human being, recognizing that we all are this divine being on earth. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Yuka. Saionji, thank you so much for being with us. That was such a beautiful sharing and spiritually uplifting. And I know it's well past midnight for you where you are in Japan. So thank you for your commitment and dedication and devotion. A lot of beautiful comments in the chat talking about the wonderful things that you were sharing, but also acknowledging your grandfather and your grandmother and your mother and your lineage and your father. So thank you for sharing that. And let me just say that we're very excited to be coming to Japan in September as part of the Unity Earth U-Day 2024, Land of the Rising Sun. As part of that series, it goes all the way back to the last year of the dragon in 2012 when we started in Thailand. But that's going to be an amazing coming together. Thank you, Yuka, for all the work that you're doing on that to set the ground. And everybody is welcome to join the Tokyo Convergence, the Mount Fuji Fields of Healing, and the Hiroshima broadcast on the International Day of Peace. So you'll hear more about that and coming together. And there's a beautiful connection with Ervin and the Fuji Declaration and everything that the connection here. So deep, deep, deep gratitude to you, Yuka, and all the family and all the organizations that are represented there. We're very grateful, very blessed to have you with us today.